right, James's mic is working. Welcome for part two of the PRL Weekend Review. I am Cameron Hart, driving the number 3.
Dakota Nichols, driver of the 24,
And still James Jackson, still driving the 29.
aka the ghost of Dale's past. Shout out Brandon.
Oh boy. Yeah, stuff's been popping off in the chat. And it's been interesting as we got ready for the second episode.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to start charging an entry fee to pay for music.
I mean, they have set the bar high. They've been pre-gaming. They're a couple beers deep. Like it's nuts in here.
Yeah, no, they want copyrighted music. The free entry fee goes away. So careful what you wish for, boys.
Hey, I'm already bankrolling the races, so y'all. So
If we got copyright music, y'all have to subscribe. It's gonna cost $10 a week.
Yeah. You don't want that? You want an entry fee? You want an entry fee? Okay, let's shut up.
Miguel said he'd pay for one song.
I don't want to know what song you'll pay for. All right.
We should move this along.
Moving forward.
As we move into Phoenix, points leader Brody Moore did not show up, but Dakota did. P2. That's an EOL for the top 2 in points starting this week at Phoenix. And you decided to put it on the pole anyway.
I did.
Ran a 26:02. Is that what I recall?
I do think it was close.
Yeah, jeez Louise, man. Like I felt good about my lap. It was P2 when I dropped it, or P3 maybe, I don't know. And then you run almost 3 full tenths quicker than anything I had run all week. So appreciate that.
Well, and like I told you, not to add insult to injury, but that was with me almost spinning out of 4. I was really trying to get to 25.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that you didn't. But anyway, 2 points and to the rear. Any thoughts before we roll into Phoenix?
Yes.
I had fun.
Go ahead, Cameron.
No, I was just say I had fun. That's
it.
it.
No, I was gonna say this when we were talking about Auto Club, but I saved it. Short tracks, as we'll see when we get into this, I think are gonna be probably biased. Obviously, some of the best racing that we have all season, and I hate that we downsized our short track package this season, thinking it wasn't gonna be good.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see how Richmond runs. But I knew it'd be better than the next gen, just the 750 horsepower low downforce package with these small blades on the back. But even then, it raced way better than I thought it would. I mean, Phoenix is Phoenix, and I thought I had a blast. We raced side by side for what, 30 laps, Dakota?
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and when we came here in the next gen last season, there was none of that. And so I feel like a lot of us were probably dreading it coming in, and it's probably been the most fun I've had in a race all season.
There was a little bit of it for half a corner.
All right, we're gonna breeze on past that. Yeah, no, I definitely was not expecting as good of a race Sunday night at Phoenix as we got, and pleasantly surprised. Dogleg was tricky to cut with the horsepower, and I don't know anything else, or we just roll into it because.
No, we can roll into it, and we'll touch on some things as we go through.
Yeah, we got 167 laps.
And a lot of action to kick it off.
A lot of cautions.
Can't say the one thing that I can add. I told Cameron a million times I was dreading having to start in the back here.
Why is that?
Short track with a lot of new faces. See, I know we've had a bunch of new faces. Edwards, DJ's almost dying immediately. Richard's dying immediately. There's just a lot going on.
Not Richard. It is the new face. It's is that Drew? I think.
It's Dave.
Shoot. Hold tight, folks. I gotta reopen Race Labs. So we can get names and faces.
Like our 10th,
Uh,
12th show,
but-
something like that.
You're already seeing. What
It's
I
the
was
first
waiting
double
for.
feature we've ever done, Cam. Chill out.
Okay.
You're seeing immediately why I didn't want to start the next, but it was mostly because we have a lot of new faces racing together.
I mean, you were almost in this wreck 3 times, Dakota.
Yes, yes, that's what I mean.
I was being slightly facetious when I asked why you didn't want to be in the back. But I mean, you had to miss it low, you had to miss it high, you had to miss it low again.
And y'all are probably all praying up there that I got in it.
Oh, I was hoping so much.
I certainly was. I won't lie to you. But yeah, so that's action before we even got to turn 1.
Yeah, but no, so that's the other note. Not only was it a reason that I didn't want to be in the back, but just we've got a lot of new guys that have never raced around each other, and to do it at Daytona and to do it at a big track like Auto Club was one thing, but
Yeah.
you're really gonna test the waters when you come to a Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh boy, what happened? Yikes, folks.
Technical difficulties.
There we go. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. I hit tried to go back to the very beginning of the
The session.
yeah. So anyway, we're back where we're supposed to be. You guys like 6 wide through the dog leg?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The fanning out that we were doing all night was crazy.
Miguel had a moment there with Wyatt, another new guy.
And I think that's what a lot of our cautions was this night, was just, testing the waters with new people. You don't know what they're going to do.
Ooh,
There's the second one I almost died in.
But that's it though, right? There's only 2 that you almost die in.
Yeah, after this, I was able to my way through.
Little punt from 24. And Jim, more wrecking. Still wrecking.
It's unfortunate. 2 wrecks in a row for the 26 and the 22 cars.
Yeah, I think we lose the 26 after this, and I hate that because I think Dave was really ready to race with us. And
Yeah, we have another car drop out in the 4 at this point, and in part because of that. Jim, a little bit of a bull in a china shop here, avoiding Dakota and all the other wrecking cars.
yeah,
But it did.
I think
it did say
John
download packet lost or whatever. But
he was having internet issues. He actually came down the pits lap 1 for internet issues.
So, but that's 2 cautions before we've hit lap 10. So.
Caution laps counting, and we've only turned 1 actual green one.
I think we run for like 10-15 laps here. Oh, Jared Wall.
Yeah, we this was our first good little run in the race. Really starting to get a feel for the tires and aero.
And here comes that 24.
Already.
This guy.
We may need to do something.
What?
Put you at
Well, it'll be
85% power. Yeah, I
it'll
agree.
be discussed privately, but it's one of our rules. So yeah.
James just losing on an own out of 4 there. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, is loose on both ends. For a big moment there. Tried to have.
Humongous moment there.
That's the original one I was talking about. I came down on you there.
Oh, is that? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A little early for nose chopping, but here we are.
Yeah, I wasn't intending to do it. I don't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I just came down a little bit too low on you.
One thing that was pretty apparent in this race, I quit doing it when I got up to the top 5, but I passed a couple of cars on the top. And I knew it was there, but when I got up to the front, I just went to the inside because I was like, I don't need them to know how well that's working yet. But I couldn't do anything on it.
Regardless of how well it ended up working, that was my preferred line in 1 and 2 anyway. It was mid high.
Yeah.
Get that drive off the lower portion of 2. But we talked about it earlier, and here he is again, Steven, top 5.
Yeah.
And it's most of the night with him up here.
I think it was all night.
I don't know if he gets the finish he deserves. I don't remember. That's why I said it was most of the night. Did he finish 4th?
Pretty sure.
I can
Because
tell
me and
you,
him, I think, had a drag race to the finish.
Because I know he and Kyle get together on a late restart.
yeah.
So I didn't know
Maybe
how well he
somebody else
bounced
was
back from that. But I guess at that point there was only 9 or 10 cars on the lead lap, so.
I can tell you who we do know about. And it's quietly again, but right at the top of your screen. Chris Ellis is top 10.
Yep.
And he didn't fall out of the top 10 that I know of all race.
Get to the action here. There it is. For this lap. You'll see Griffin get a little loose. And a little finish off from Dakota.
Yeah, some head hunting there by the 24 car.
Just honestly, it's unacceptable.
Gonna have to be a DQ.
Griffin spends the next 130 laps thinking I just straight up wrecked him. I do know that.
I mean, I agree with him. I mean, this is just unacceptable.
Okay,
I mean,
Cameron, we'll get
how much track do you need? You know?
Listen, okay, so I lifted at first, and I was like, no, he's just going to spin it out. And so I just go to drive off the corner like normal, and then he was just hanging it out right there, making a well of a save.
I mean, you can tell what it is. It's you think he's going to spin, so you punch it to avoid it, and
go.
As he corrects it, you're there to finish him off.
It's the unfortunate thing. I mean, he made a heck of a save, but
No boy.
Griffin, I don't swing that way. It's okay.
We cannot take our chat anywhere.
Yes, we can. Oh, I think he starts behind me on a restart later. You can tell he's mad. So I'm gonna shout out Camron for beating 125. So showing a little speed.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not expecting. I've never run decent at Phoenix, so I wasn't expecting to have any speed, but had a little bit of help from you starting way in the back and having to get by me in the first
Having
place rather than me having to get by you. So I'll take
having
what I
a
can
good
get.
team helped you out. You're about to see it, man. He would not let me go.
I knew you'd run away with it if I let you by. I've seen too much of that rear bumper for my own
There's a
taste.
lot less of it here recently.
Well, first two races I've seen a lot less of it because it was so far out in the distance that I had to squint. And even then, it's just an orange blob.
Tough luck. Tough luck for you two.
But yeah, like this is what you're talking about with the top being preferred and just not letting you get off the corner the way you want to. And
Yeah, and I was trying so hard. I was like, if I can pass him on the bottom and make him think that's where he wants to be, we'll be in a lot better shape. But you never
no, like I said during the Auto Club race, when you said your tires were at what 98 after 15 laps, that
Yeah.
I said I was born at night, but not last night. You're not gonna trick me into thinking the bottom's where you want to be. 1 and 2. Here, yeah, 3 and 4, sure, but
They were 96 at Auto Club though.
I know. Yeah. Well, we had 2 cautions before that, so that helps. And you were taking it easy, coming from the back with your unofficial EOL.
Yeah, just preparing myself for this week.
I did surprise myself a couple times during this run. Like I'd get loose and I'd be like, here it goes, here he comes, and then you'd get 3/4 of the way past me and then couldn't finish it, and I'd get back by you.
Yeah. A little bit of aggravation out of me with that, honestly, because I think I had it.
See, like they're loose. I was loose out of 2 all night long.
It was rough. I think it's just because it's flat and a lot of horsepower, but it was pretty bad. Whether you're top or bottom. They got way loose right there. I think that maybe you have to reset on passing you.
Yeah, I fell back in line.
You showed it right here, and I was like, all right, let me just try to get there, and you slammed the door again.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I want to pass Steven, but I know I have exactly 1 corner to do it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd just regroup and not lose the spot to you. So, anyway, we can jump. Let's find our next yellow. Oh, found it. Oh, is this the big one? Let's see. It is. This is a pretty big one. This is a pretty, another almost 2 incidents at once situation. Richard has a moment coming off the dog leg loose. Doesn't really do it justice, but there you go. Right input. And then Jim, I don't know, this is just a rear brake situation. Watch this thing jump when he hits the brakes. And Ed and Richard and Devin have nowhere to go.
And
That's
Devin
rough.
having a long week at Auto Club, just having a bad time early on at Phoenix.
Some hard hits.
Yeah. Jim did not fast repair.
Really, after all that?
He limped it around, took his damage repairs, and he uses the fast repair very late in the race. Ooh.
Parking, been waiting for pit exit
They're-
or entrance. So
That's smart. That's so smart. I've never seen that.
I would have just went in and took the penalty. That's smart.
Wily old vets. That is years of
I
experience.
think the only track that works at is here, really.
And maybe Martinsville.
I think he's. Even then, I feel like you lose a lap at Martinsville if you do that.
That was a big brain move out of the 3 of them.
I have to put that in my playbook.
All right. Close your playbook, Dakota. You don't need the help.
This is what we needed was Dakota figuring something out.
It's like me taking notes during our live stream.
Yeah.
All over again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Griffin talking about tire wear, and I bring out the notebook. I'll do it quick though. You tell me a little bit too much information, and it's in the safe box.
Yep, I had that. I had one of those moments where I realized I'd said too much after Sonoma last season. With my fuels.
Your thing was fuel, and now I know how to do it too. So
That and Dover FNX when I was gonna be 20 something laps better on fuel and tires than you, and had internet issues. But
Yeah.
you went to school on that one.
I did. I watched that whole race until you disconnected. But one thing that you do that I'll never do is save so much fuel that I run back. For some reason, I just can't let myself do that. It's smart, and you would have won that race, but I'm too impatient, I think.
Well, what was, and we really shouldn't be talking about FNX Dover during this, but 20 something laps into a race, I was running laps almost a second faster than the cars in front of me because I hadn't used my tires.
Right.
So, like, yeah, I was running 20th or whatever for the longest time, but then by the time pit stop started, I was 11th and saving. So,
Eventually, yeah, you would have been leading.
let's find another yellow to discuss as Dakota has worked his way to third.
Yeah, I think you got to do something outside.
All right, yellow. What we got? Let's find a spinning car. Jared has damage. I don't see. Still under.
Ultra shortcut. We got the. Maybe he was that low because of the situation ahead of him. I think it was. I was gonna say we got the freaking.
Ooh,
That's just
that's
bad timing. Oh, but the 99 just gets the worst of it.
nowhere to go.
Good call, Dakota. Because that is right in front of Jim, and he says, I want no part of that.
Yeah.
Let me get 8 lanes away from it. But yeah.
One of the beauties of Phoenix.
Yeah. There's everywhere to run, actually. This is what I was talking about. The dog leg was tricky to cut. That's why I didn't do it most of the race. Just open yourself up for exactly that.
Yep.
Pit stops. First time tonight.
Phoenix was one of those tracks that having the one box was very beneficial because I pick up a spot on Wyatt just by having the first box.
Charlotte will be that way, where the pole will be super beneficial. Atlanta will not. Pit exit line is way away. Speeding is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
At Atlanta this week.
Yeah, I need to practice my pit entry. I know how to do it, but trying to do it in front of somebody is going to be tricky. Unless we make it, it's not New Atlanta, but you know they have that rule at Atlanta where you have to enter the apron at turn 3.
That's only New Atlanta.
I know, but
yeah, I don't think we need it. New leader, previous winner. Jared Ogletree to the point.
just let this one play out.
We'll let this one play out.
Fresh tires making their way through.
Yeah, we got a moment here from Chris, maybe.
Chris and Wyatt.
Yeah, Chris and Wyatt get together. Oh, and Hunter, I think, is going to get the worst of this, actually. Trying to make sure I'm on. Yeah.
Lots of innocent bystanders getting the worst of it.
Oh,
Tonight.
Hunter got away with that better than I thought he did. Chris off of.
It was almost.
Off of.
Yeah, I think we ended up getting out of that with no yellow.
But you start seeing the tires fading.
Oh, you want to know where we get the yellow? Go to Dakota.
Oh, that's right.
I was trying to remember what it was.
We run out of talent.
All right, everyone, get your camcorders ready and document this moment because
This is a moment in history.
we don't get this very often.
Just loses it all by himself.
There's a very
overcorrection,
next gen. There's a
too.
very next gen crash. In that, like, you were definitely counter steering, and it bit like the next gen car does.
I was so glad that you spun back across the track, though, because that would have been me. Sorry to Jared, but that would have been me.
I hated it for Jared just because
Well, that
I
makes
just lost it myself.
it makes the result last week all the more better for Jared. Like, had he not won that duel with Devin and come up just short and then get put on the hook.
I want to say, I know you said that was a next gen crash. I want to see the encore. I think I let off the gas right before I saved it, and that's why it hooked.
I just meant the way that it snapped. Like, typically those things, it spins down.
Oh, I know.
Typically it spins
I know,
down
but
more.
that's why. I think that's why it snatched though, is because I let off the gas.
Steering?
Did you say what is that steering offset?
Yeah, you're pointing left down
man,
the straight.
get out of my in-car before he starts taking notes. Get out.
Hold on, what we got here? We'll go back a couple laps.
We was steering offset down the straight.
That is very interesting. Anyway,
Mr. I keep everything stock.
It is stock, actually. You just didn't pay attention to your own wheel. Go to Cam's in-car.
Oh, sure, I'm sure.
Let's look at Cam's in-car here. See.
that's
What is that? What is
Okay,
that,
never
Cameron?
mind. I don't know. I
You
don't
thought-
remember that.
You
I guess I
thought-
just never paid attention to it. Okay, I take it back.
I had you thinking you found something.
I don't know. I just never noticed it when I was in the car. Despite all the
not.
practice and the race,
mine is not.
all that time I spent out front.
I do change my offset, so
Yeah, you're still pointing left a little bit, but
yeah.
not quite.
Not as far.
Not quite as far.
Whatever they set it at, I pretty much set it at half. That's just a comfort thing for me. So, not.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Obviously,
let's
whatever
check
Dakota's
this out
doing is
one more
fast.
time.
One more time, then we'll move on.
One more time, just in case you didn't get a picture earlier.
Jared, look away one more time.
It's just, I'm sorry, Jared, but that's just wonderful. You love to see it.
Well, no, it's one of those things. Like I was telling Cameron after it happened, I've never had that happen in this car, ever.
Poor Jared. No, and that's what I mean when I say it was a very next gen crash. because that happened how many times to how many drivers last season?
Yeah.
Definitely happened to be a bunch.
I mean, it took Griffin out at Richmond. It took Jim out at
Took
Richmond.
half the field. Took half the field out at Richmond.
Yeah.
It did.
Griffin says satisfying. Yep.
Some moments
Contact.
back there.
Griffin, you don't have to say JK. It's okay. We know that it's completely serious.
When I lose, everyone wins.
Had to be satisfying after the way you wrecked Griffin earlier. So
Right. Cameron running away with it.
I was trying to.
now I will say this: I know we didn't have any super long runs, but no one was able to run away. Like I feel like the lead
No.
was never massive.
No,
It
I
wasn't.
think the largest my lead ever was maybe 1.2.
Other than like the
And I
green
think-
flag
Might even
cycle,
be
because I
stretching
think Jim had like an 11-second lead just the way the cycle played out. But
Yeah,
I mean that doesn't really
he stayed
count.
out like an extra 10, 11 laps.
Yeah, I mean he pitted the caution before we get the green flag cycle, so he
I
ran
think
it
I
pretty
had
much
like
dry.
something like a. Yeah, I think I had like something like a 1.5, 2-second lead after that same pit cycle, just because I pit a couple laps earlier, so got the jump on Dakota and Griffin.
Bump to our next yellow.
I think that's something that me and Cameron have kind of figured out this early is just you want to be the first to pit in this car, not the last.
Tires matter more.
I think it depends. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some tracks that I think the tires don't matter as much. I think it's not as it's a little bit minimized, but it's still definitely the move regardless.
No, and I think that we talked about it post race Sunday night. The tires did not wear as much as I thought they would. Oh, Miguel does not want us to see this.
It's too bad. Gee.
That is tough scenes.
Jeez, Miguel. It's terrible.
Shades of 96 into 24
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah, same spot and everything.
It's a tricky spot, man. Like if you drive it in a placard deeper than the car in front of you and you don't know that he's lifting, then there's nothing really you can do. And the 67 is clearly
just didn't
unsettled.
see him. I'm gonna take a guess. Say Miguel didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
Blind spots, everything. That wasn't on you, Miguel. That was on the other incident we're talking about.
Anyway,
Protest.
yeah, I mean the 67 is clearly unsettled as Miguel gets there anyway, so
Yep, just wrong place, wrong time.
meeting of the minds. I'll say it again. Steven just hanging out in the top 5, top 3 right now.
And it's still
Me and
there.
Dakota finally get to test each other one-on-one.
After a long, hard fight through the field.
Look at this save, folks.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I caught that on my triples off screen. I was like, oh, we got to highlight Mr. Ellis for that one. That's a hell of a save.
That's how you catch a save.
Are you taking notes, Dakota?
I am taking notes.
Jared, good news. He's taking notes.
that kills him more points for me.
I think this might be our fuel run here.
I
Yeah,
think it
this
is.
a run that me and Dakota battled pretty much the entire run.
But no one's running away.
Yeah.
I think this car is just going to make the track better, just because you can't really. It feels like
No, 'cause-
everybody's good. A little moment behind us there.
Oops, shoot, wrong button.
I feel like everybody is good in this car so far this season.
Oh,
Just got tight, slid up into him. Went a little bit too far into the corner, maybe.
opens the door for the old 29. Nothing there. Maybe something. I might get to the outside of Steven. I don't remember. Rare inside pass? Nope, loose. Loose off the floor. Alright, back to the front. Enough of me.
Camron leading every lap. Still.
What? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Where are we at here? Hold on. I done goofed, folks. What lap we
I
showing?
got a goof.
I know. What lap we showing here? Camron. We're just gonna.
Oh, we're not showing a Dakota. Now we are.
Common theme. Ooh, loose. Loose off of 4.
Start experimenting with turn lane here in a second.
Cameron, what a save. Wall helps, but wow.
Yeah, I was trying to experiment a little bit, maybe just run in the second lane, but it wasn't quite there yet for me. Didn't want to risk too much. I don't remember if I went back to it and tried it again. I might have after that. Allowed me to open up a little bit. Yeah. Well, no, never mind.
6 coming back into
Back to
frame.
my regular line. Yep.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
tough. If you got a mistake or had to lift for somebody, the car behind you was there again.
Yeah, just a little bit too much rubbing. Allow Griffin to get back into it here.
Jump.
Tell you what, the leader might not have pulled away, but this little group of 3 we got here is starting to pull away a little bit.
I am experimenting with fuel save, trying to go long and get lap lead points.
Imagine that.
I know.
James is experimenting with fuel saving.
You should probably put something
You know what
about that
ruined
in
that
my.
strategy for you, James?
What's that?
I spun out and came back into the pits and got fuel again.
Yeah. Yeah, that sure
Yeah, I
did.
think
That
we had
explains.
like five laps.
Yes, Dakota 5 lap pressure or more fuel.
Starting
Yeah.
to put the bumper to me.
Team orders.
Yeah, I was starting to. I know Griffin was all over me, so I knew it was time to go.
As if you weren't already trying.
Well, I'm really trying now.
And again, we're some 50 laps into this run, or 30 some laps into this run, and the leader 3 liters under a blanket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This track has no business putting up a race like it did on Sunday. Cam, first pit road here.
Yep. I wanted to let Dakota and Griffin by as soon as I could get to pit road because I didn't want them to follow me down.
Yeah, waited till I got on this outside.
Smart play, man.
Well, that was exactly when I was going to go anyway, so you happened to get a little bit of a run. I just let you take it, didn't fight it, got to pit road.
Does
It
Griffin
was,
answer
it was
here?
maybe a little bit ambitious.
Steven
was
next
maybe a-
taker.
Yep. It's maybe a little bit ambitious pitting that early. It was right on the number for me, but I felt like I could make it work.
Made us play our hands because I still had like 10 laps of fuel left right here. So
Oh, loose Griffin. Dog leg again.
it was rough. I don't know if it was the car bottoming out or what.
This This pit entry from Griffin here is wild. I watched this after the race. He just turns, man, and just locks it down.
Ooh,
No smoke, no speed, just got it down.
probably about as perfect as you can get.
Yeah, it was clinical. I do want you guys to watch the delta here between Dakota and me as we come to pit road. He's 4.5 when he turns in. Pit line, and it's down to 2.113.
Yeah,
1-3.
made up a lot
Yeah.
of time.
Did not speed until like here. About here I got pegged.
You
hit
hate-
speeding, so
You hate to see it.
yeah, threw a top 5 away.
Who's a cycle to the lead?
Me.
Not quite.
Oh, it doesn't. Not
Well, maybe
quite.
not yet.
Where's he at?
No, not
What
right.
happened?
Yeah.
Jim.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I forgot about this.
The elder statesman. His first laps led since Daytona 2025.
He's gonna get his. He's gonna get his one race a season. I hope it's more.
I think he led some laps at Talladega.
No, he did not. I don't think. He led 3 at Daytona. Won that
Make
race.
me dig through the stacks again.
And then led 10 Sunday night at Phoenix.
Which honestly, our Talladega last season was so bad.
But again, look, he has not taken his fast repair. Look at this thing.
Just saving it. Taking the super short line. That's. I wonder if that was fast though.
For his car, it probably was. As much as he had probably to slow down for the corner,
This lap,
probably best just taking it short.
that lap was a 21 or 28.5. So
Not
40
terrible for
40
that amount of time.
40 laps into a run with that kind of damage.
That's not bad. Griffin jumps Dakota in the pits, pitting a little bit earlier.
And that run in he had into pit road, that entry was insane. Yep. Oh, Kyle Wall.
Yeah.
Ellis pits from second, doesn't get his lap lead points. all Jim all the time right now.
I'd love to see it.
You do.
Now about at this point, I'm like, how am I still in second? I did not even know the gym was still out.
It's just out there doing it for the fans, man.
For the love of the game. One of
If
my
he
two
could have
laps
just
back.
had him run out there with a gas tank and filled it up on the go, he would have.
Oof.
Ooh. Maybe not quite that drastic.
Hey,
You might want some tires.
You have to take tires, you fool.
tires are for losers.
No tires, just gas.
How'd that work out for me at Auto Club?
Well, you had no tires, no gas.
You had no time for tires, just gas it on.
There's Cam taking the lead back. Cycle officially working through.
I'm using Jim as a pick here.
Unfortunately for
I really
Griffin.
wanted that not to happen.
Unfortunately for Griffin, Jim has no right sides left and he can't get off the corner. Oh, there's no right sides there. That's a meatball. And that's where he uses the fast repair.
That's why we save it.
But anyway, we can roll to our next yellow. Let's see if we can find... Oh, poor DJ. He's having a rough start to the season.
Yep. Just
That was fresh
spun
out
off the
pit.
corner. Yep.
You almost did this last season, Dakota. Cold tires off of 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mad.
Yep. Coming in hot. Pit stops. That was a lucky dog for Chris Ellis to get back on the lead lap.
That was me also staying out.
You and Griffin both, I believe.
Yeah.
Griffin, I believe Brandon also stayed out.
Yeah.
And it was another obstacle for me because when I spun, I took tires, so I have one set left right here.
I knew I used a little bit too much that previous run, so I decided to come in and take them. And then not used to starting back in the pack, as rude as that sounds, but not used to it. Slide up
Yeah.
into the wall.
And BJ's rough start continues.
Cold tires again.
Yep. Jim scoots by this one. So he's in the lucky dog position at the start. I'm the only other car 1 lap down. Split. And then, hold on, here we go. Yeah, give me the in-car. Skedaddle.
I don't know if I've ever seen 2 cars broadside on the track and neither of them hit each other.
Yeah. Richard got a little help from Chris in the checkup. Right there. Thread the needle.
Got the wall, but didn't hit the car though. To be honest, doesn't even look like he hit anything.
Oh!
Oh, now it looks like he hit something.
Oh, my goodness.
No. That's unfortunate. I didn't know that happened. I wouldn't have. If I knew that happened, I would have not shown it.
Oh,
That's a
no.
bummer. All right. Go ahead and pick up the race.
Oh, man. I was wondering what happened because I saw him get going on my track map and then he abruptly stopped.
Griffin takes here. And Brandon as well. But we go back to green with 35 to go, 36 to go. Save, but nice save, Miguel.
Real tricky on fresh tires.
Yeah. The first 2 laps on cold tires was brutal. Especially on like fresh tires. Icy cold.
Yeah, the old tires definitely felt a lot better. I had a problem where on this long run, I'm throwing this car on the right rear a lot, and so I start sliding, but it still felt better on old tires than it did new.
And we'll jump ahead as Cam starts to work back. But we'll jump ahead to the next yellow. Maybe we'll, if Cam's beside him, we'll. Yeah.
We will be for the next 15.
We get some rubbing.
I thought we were side by side a lot sooner than we are.
And I had to hunt you down a little bit.
This is a decently long run, all things considered. For a little bit. There you go.
Maybe it was 13 laps or something.
And there again, Cam just can't complete the pass on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just impossible to get off the corner the way you need to.
Which I knew, and I've probably got 40 laps on my tires already at this point.
32.
Yeah.
32.
But 25 more. Okay.
You're double Camrons right now. 32 to 16, but side by side.
It's it's kind of weird having that extra set of tires because 2 weeks in a row, I went a long time saving one last set. Versus, I kind of like it because now you can take a second set of tires mid-race, have a set, or you can save the set mid-race and have 2 at the end.
Or you can load the hauler back up with 2 sets you didn't use.
Yeah, you can also do that. I don't know why you'd want to do that.
I mean, I didn't
you
want
just
Yeah,
to.
the amount of times that I'm seeing I should have just sent it into the corner and slid up in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Dakota, I didn't want to do it, but that's how it played out.
That's fair. I start working this Larson line here.
I'm sorry, I'm skipping.
Especially every time Camron, start running the wall. Yeah, we start rubbing.
I wanted the middle there because I didn't want to give it to you, but wasn't able to quite run the line I wanted to run.
And again, here comes the 6 creeping back in.
Yeah, every time we get side by side, for sure.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back. That highlighter yellow looks really good at night.
It does.
Oh, contact.
Contact every lap.
Yeah, at this point, I saw Dakota or Griffin too, and I'm just throwing haymakers trying to get there.
And I'm out there driving on the jagged edge, just old hot tires screaming at me.
Should have just pulled Jackson right here.
Loose off a 2.
It was fun though. Like I told you and Cameron, like it was the first race. Like I had to take a shower when we got done. I was sweating. Wrists were hurting.
Yeah. No, I was rocking a long sleeve shirt because it's been hella cold here. By the time I was halfway through, I was like, boy, I wish I had a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
After 30 laps of door to door with you. All right, we're gonna jump ahead. I don't think we have to jump too far for the next. There it is.
Nah, it's coming.
Please.
I know what this one's for.
Oh.
So Jared's 2 laps down, and I'm trying to get the 2 for 1. Finally getting past Jared, and that entry angle was a little ambitious.
Just a wee bit.
Find a. Where is the TV cameras? Holy cow! Oh, anyway. So, 1000% my fault. Don't think Brandon was expecting me to be there as he went for his typical entry, and
That Jared just hard hit into the wall.
yeah. So, wheel damage for me. I can only imagine for Brandon. And then
And for Jared for taking time in this race.
Yep. And then pit stops. Final pit stops. Some strategy here, I believe. Yep, Griffin goes 2 tires. Kyle goes 2 tires. Miguel goes 2 tires. And they come off 1, 2, 3. You might have gotten Kyle. I think you got Kyle.
I did.
Yeah. But still 1, 2, 4 on 2 tires.
GRO versus Lynx incident counter.
Oh, and here comes. This is why I wasn't sure about Steven and Kyle's finishes. Because on the restart. Shoot.
Brandon punts him off in there.
Kyle went for quite a ride through the field there. I think we're on it. I don't know what is up with these TV cameras right now. And no, as you see me on the apron, I'm not sending it again. I have wheel damage. I'm trying to stay out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up working.
Little punt. Look at Jim again squeaking through.
Ooh.
On Jim here, yeah. Little door bang, but no worse for wear. He scooted through a handful of wrecks Sunday night.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this is, we start with 4 to go. Coming back to 3 to go. Nice move, Dakota.
Yeah, I had to get back up there and block Cameron on the same move.
Big save there, Griff.
There's the dive bomb in question.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's the retaliation in question.
Oh, retaliation.
yeah, the biggest bummer is Griffin still had his fast repair, but it was dead, no power, so he had to tow.
Mm.
Like if he could have limped back, he'd been fine. But Cameron decided enough of you and sent him to the shadow realm.
Suspend him. Suspend him.
Good
Now,
luck suspending me. You
now-
won't have a race to race.
Wouldn't that be an impeachment? I guess, Mr. President.
Technically, it
Oh
would be.
man. Hey man, there's plenty of track down there.
We're gonna come back to a green-white checkered here, and this very reminiscent of a lot of last season. Miguel being fast and in position to get it done here.
He made the fatal mistake of giving me the line that I wanted.
Yeah, now that you mention it,
Marker
it's
for you.
surprising that he took the bottom.
Everybody wanted to be on the bottom. Except I figured out that you didn't want to be on the bottom.
White flag.
Not if you... The whole last lap, apparently.
I mean, you are. It is there. It is apparent. We got Calamity down the back stretch. Brandon getting me back.
That's crazy.
Somewhere along the way, Dakota wins.
Really good team.
Miguel giving it everything he's got. And going back to what I said about Auto Club and Jared ruining your perfect season.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like Cameron said, I think it would have been unbearable if it went this far.
Oh, do we think that would be the case?
You know. Y'all know. I think it would have been fine. But
These donuts brought to you by AOL Dial-Up.
brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I forgot that they sponsored the Sort Zone.
They sponsor your rocker panel on that paint scheme.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so
All right, great race. No big incidents. Nothing. No great
no
controversies.
controversy. Yeah,
Nothing for anybody.
everybody very
Sounded
happy.
perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about, argue about. Nothing. Yep, we're good.
Let's look at points. Brody not showing up for the race on Sunday goes from points leader to tied for 5th. 47 back. Lost 50 points to you.
Yeah, and tied with who we were just talking about. Jim is still in the top 5.
2 top 10s to start the season for Jim. And
Yeah.
an 11th was his non-top 10. So hot start.
Staying out of
Leading
trouble.
forward.
Yeah. Leading the way for GLM. We'll get to it in a minute, but you see Griffin down there in 13th. But he's fast. He's running in the top 5 all race long, and then something happens at the end. Last week he broke a toe link or suspension, and this week, Camron decided to overthrow him and assassinate him and take him out.
Hey man, hey man, 2 to go. Use the track. All I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but anything stand out, Cam? That's a big bounce back from again 21st or 20th to 9th now. After a good would
Yeah.
you lead 109?
107.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, finally had a decent race all the way through. I've had some decent runs, but even at Auto Club, even though I could run up in the top 5, I couldn't do it consistently at that race. So it's just nice to run the whole race, even if I had to put the door to Griffin at the end to do it. And it's all in jokes. I didn't obviously want to put him in the inside wall there, but uh, yeah, just the hard racing, I think, is what it is. Um, hopefully we can see him get up, back up, and get the finishes that he deserves. And as far as me, I'm glad that I could vault my way back up into the playoff picture a little bit.
I mentioned it after the last race. Richard Moore hanging right there at the cut line. Jumped
Yep.
Griffin with me this week because of another bad Griffin finish, but he's right there. He's hanging in there, and if we have guys keep missing races, it's gonna even tighten everything up even more. So, but if that's all on points, if everyone's good on that. Oh, real quick, Kyle Kendall, P2. I know
Yep.
we've talked about him and how consistent, but P2 on points, and we'll see
And there's a reason Kitties and Beers Racing's
leading the team.
leading the team standings right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, not a whole lot of change here, obviously. Still, all the winners are in the top 3 in points, so only real difference is Kyle P3 first on points. Me and Griffin swap spots pretty much. Other than that, yeah, more or less the same. Here's a change. Look at this guy, top of the leaderboard by
By
a lap.
one.
By a lap.
I'll take it. A lap's a lap.
That's
Hey,
right.
you can win by you win by 5 seconds. You win by 5 milliseconds. It's a win. Is a win.
All the same.
And you mentioned top performing Ford, Jim Jackson, 10 laps led, first among the Fords.
Yeah.
Top 5s. Nobody with 3. Nobody with 3 top 5s.
I finally got my first one.
Yeah, I threw 2 away so far this season.
It's been hard to be a top 5 machine. Of course, Brody, maybe gets the third this race.
Yeah.
Not showing up doesn't help.
Right.
Help his stand. So.
And then we go to top 10s. Kyle and you. It's got all 3. And again, we mentioned it. Jim, 4th, a 9th, and an 11th to start the season. So he doesn't have 3 top 10s, but just about 3 top 10s.
Yeah, and the consistency with this point system shows up because Kyle having 3. I mean, obviously he's your points leader. So.
Yeah, he's sitting there at 99 points, and 14 points ahead of Miguel. Yeah, 14 points ahead of Miguel. That third top 10 makes a difference.
Yeah.
And then here you go, bracket projection. If it was to start right now, obviously this starts week 7 at Pocono, but of note, we haven't seen Chase Greer, who's the current 16 seed since Daytona. So in that instance, if your opponent doesn't show up, it's a bye essentially. No other way to do that, I don't think.
No, Big Chase is 16th, and
He is 18th in points.
Daytona.
You and Jared are not in the bracket.
Right.
So
I just okay.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough
know we have
quarter
more
of the
people
bracket that
18th,
I'm on.
and the fact that he hasn't showed up since Daytona just kind of weird. He's 18th.
yeah, but I think he was like third or something.
Yeah,
He led a bunch of laps. I mean, if you go back to the lap leaders, he's still fourth.
yeah.
So, yes, Cameron, your little pod is a tough one.
Yep.
You got Brandon McGill, Steven Griffin.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're just gonna have to get up in the point standings a little bit.
I don't like where I'm at either. I mean, Devin's been fast every week.
Yeah.
Kyle's obviously been we continue talking about how fast Kyle's been. We don't know anything about Chase just because the only race we've seen is Daytona, but if that's
Brody's over there, and
if there's anything to be believed from Daytona, I mean, Chase would be fast. And Chris Ellis has been fast. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a cakewalk for anybody.
No.
No.
That's why you get the big
Playoff berth.
playoff berth with that.
Anything?
Not gonna be easy, but
yeah, no. Anything further on the brackets? I think we got news from here on out.
I guess for next week, your EOLs is going to be Dakota and Kyle, sitting top two in points. So Dakota is going to have to serve another one, and then we might get a second one. So assuming I think Kyle will show up, so we'll get a second EOL for this next.
Yeah, I think Kyle will show up.
It'll be interesting because again, cold tires will be a factor through 1 and 2 at Atlanta. So I could see one or both of you guys burning a fast repair on lap 2. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to avoid it. It's it's up there. It's in the air of possibility.
Would not be my choice of tracks to take an EOL at.
No, that's not going to be grid. Not going to be not what you want. And yeah, as I said, news. We are kicking around the idea of a Better Half Dash women or wives and girlfriends race. If anyone has their wife or girlfriend that would be interested in running an exhibition race. I know my wife was an instantaneous yes, which was shocking to me, but she's like, yeah, absolutely. And my mom, Jim's wife, will be in it if we do run it. So let us know, man, if there's any interest from the wives and girlfriends or.
It'd be a fun time, I think.
Probably 4 sets at Old Atlanta, Brandon, I believe.
Yes, 4 sets. And I think we talked ARCA. I think we talked ARCA Vegas possibly for the Better Half Dash.
Yeah, ARCA probably at 1.5 miles easier track. We're obviously not going to put him in the next gen at North Wilkesboro or something. I don't know.
But yeah, probably either Kansas or Vegas, something like that.
Yep, something like that.
And then this is all you, Cam.
All right, so as you've known from last year, we try to have a second league going up, mainly for fun, but this one's going to have a little bit more stakes than our Dirt League did last year. So switched over to the Dirt League, and we're going to switch to the Pan-American GT3 Challenge. Me and Dakota have kind of started to cook this up. Basically, the name Pan-American, it's going to be both North and South America tracks primarily. Does not mean we're not going to go overseas at any point, but trying to focus on tracks either in the United States, Canada, Mexico, all the way down to Brazil, as well as some tracks here and there across the world, some of the famous ones. So we're going to do this starting in February. I believe February 12th is our first race. Do you have? Yep, there it is. So here's the schedule for it. So we're going to have 4 3-race segments. Each segment is going to have obviously 3 races. The first 2 races are going to be 1-hour races, and then your third race is going to be an hour and 30 minutes. And so we're going to start ourselves off at Miami Autodrome, the new track to iRacing. February 12th, we're going to do that. It's going to be at our normal times. We're going to do Thursdays. So practice will open at 8, qualifying 8:50, race at 9. So start off with our first 3 being Miami, Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, February 19th. And then rounding out that segment at Spa. Then going to Sebring, and I would like to point out that is in America.
I knew you were going to do it.
It
Was there
is
a
not
geography
overseas.
question?
Hint to
basically,
one of
we
my
come up
co-hosts.
with the geography, and I was like, Cameron, you have Sebring on there.
Yeah.
In Florida?
And
Yeah,
and so Dakota lives I don't know what, less than 6 hours from there.
never been there. I didn't even know it existed. I thought it was like I thought it was in Europe.
Yeah, so Sebring is in America, so it fits the theme. Then go to Indy, and then Daytona. We put that later in the season, so that way anybody that's raced in those 24-hour races isn't burnt out with Daytona at that point, or at least not as much. Then we bring it down to South America to Brazil in the third segment. Then Griffin, you're not in the voice call, but talk to Griffin if you want to know how to pronounce that. I still have to figure that out. Montreal GP, that track, Formula One,
Gilles
going
Villeneuve.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, Gilles
you got
Villeneuve.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Great Lakes represent,
Yep, and then we're gonna go to the Nürburgring. One thing to notice before I go to the fourth segment, you'll notice as we go through that Mount Panorama, Bathurst, the same thing. That track, Sebring and Nürburgring, those races are the week of or the week before, in the case of Nürburgring, the iRacing special events. So you can use those to practice for the Bathurst 12, the Sebring 12, or the Nürburgring 24 hours. I know that the Premier Endurance Racing team, myself, Dakota, Miguel, and Griffin are planning on making a run at least at Nürburgring and Sebring. Undecided on Bathurst, probably not doing that one for now, but we might. And then our last 3 races are going to round it out with Watkins Glen, Mexico City, and then Le Mans. As far as any special stuff with that, we're planning on doing $5 rewards for whoever scores the most points in each 3-race segment, regardless of anything else that happens in any other segment, and then $20 to the overall winner of all 12 races as well. We're going to go off of WEC points, so it's the same as F1 points. So if you're familiar with that, 25 points to the winner, then I believe it's 18 points for second, and then I don't remember anything past that. But top 10 gets points, anything outside of that doesn't. We're just going to follow that to make it simple. I don't even want to. IMSA confuses me every time I look at their points, so we're not doing that. But yeah, so we got 12 races. We're going to try this out, see how it goes. If you know anybody that would like to race some GT3 cars, just saw the chat. Anyway, yep, we're gonna. If you're interested in GT3 cars, these are. I know I said the challenge cars. This is Ferrari challenge cars. These are all the GT3 cars that. Just look at the ones that were in the Daytona 24. Those cars are what we're going. Any of them, we are most likely doing fixed setup. We're still looking into making sure that's possible. Anybody that's currently in the league that wants an invite to that, I'll make an announcement as well. For those of you that can't see this live, hit me up. I'll invite you to the league there, and we'll get started with that starting February 12th. Again, that's Thursdays, same times as our Sunday races.
All right, might drop in on one or two of those if time allows, but hope you guys have fun with that. And I think we're on to throwback schemes for this week at Atlanta.
All
So
right.
we'll lead off with the one that was spoiled. Richard with the Junior Johnson Holly Farms Poultry 25. He posted that in the Discord too, so we were all aware of it. But I
Very
did think
cool paint scheme.
I think he chromed out the yellow though, at least a little bit. It looked like it was popping pretty good in the replays of the race. And then next, Cameron, if you want to talk about yours.
Yeah, so this is a throwback to the 1997 Subaru, I believe it was the Impreza. For some reason, I can't remember. But yeah, the Subaru Impreza World Rally Championship. This is the third year, their three-peat throwback to that car. I recently got a Subaru, wanted to throw back to this. So if it notice it's a little different, I matched the color to um, my personal car, but it's still blue, just slightly darker. But I thought it was really cool to be able to do this. I think it came out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
I mean, I recognized it immediately, so that was cool. I like the bib number. That was a nice touch.
Yep. Had to do it. Couldn't. I always enjoy making those.
Then we go to GLM. Griffin Deer
Don't
Rock.
tell me. Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
all right.
Yes, I want to get. And I'm gonna go left to right. I want to see if I'm right. Rusty Wallace, Bobby Labonte, Jamie McMurray.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's a 08 McMurray for Griffin. 2000 championship year for Bobby Labonte for me, and early 90s the Midnight Miller Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace for Jim. There's another look at Griffin's Crown Royal machine. Just dropped the 2 off of that 26. And then one more look at Jim's Diet Dr. Pepper Miller Genuine Draft based Midnight scheme. So that's what we're running.
It almost reminds me of like the NASCAR games with the under 18s teams.
Yes, the Rusty Wallace.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, my dad drinks Diet Dr. Pepper like it's oxygen, so it felt like a good fit.
Yeah.
And then here's Dakota's.
Not done yet, but that's the base.
Yep. Still got some finishing out to do, but you get the idea. So what was it? The Casey, I forget what year it was. One of Casey Kane's cars.
2007 Casey Kane.
Yep. But changed colors a little bit for some O'Reilly colors. A little green stripe rather than the black.
Yeah.
Another look at it.
Do we have a picture?
What's that?
I was gonna say, do we have a picture of the original in case people don't know what that scheme is?
I did not put any of the original stuff in there, but yeah, that's the submissions we got. So we're looking forward to seeing what people come up with in the next couple days for Sunday's race.
Yeah, and I will post the finished product of Dakota's car once I get it done. Ran out of time to get it done before the show, but it'll be done.
And that's all we've got, other than previewing Atlanta for a minute, real quick here. Like we mentioned in the chat, 4 sets of tires, 130 laps for the 200 miles. Gonna be cheese grater, man. It's gonna eat those tires up. Gonna have to maintain them.
It is.
I said thoughts.
You got something else?
No, I said thoughts. I was passing it off to you guys.
Okay, yeah. So thoughts. I was actually just talking to Cameron about this last night. I don't know if we're gonna go nighttime racing. I know it starts in the afternoon, but I'm not really sure as far as like practice, qualifying, race. time goes. So I
can
don't know.
check that right now. You can go ahead and keep talking. I'll check it for you.
But
I think
like
it's an
James said,
early
it's early afternoon.
showing as 3:43 p.m. So it's just afternoon. It's not gonna get dark. It might cool, but it's not gonna get dark.
Okay.
So
With that out of the question, it's just gonna be a cheese grater the whole time.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's going to be about maintaining tires and, not getting on the hauler with 2 extra sets.
yeah, I mean, if there's anybody who tries to run qualifying laps, I fell off pretty bad in 12 laps last night trying to do that. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a more than 2 seconds of fall off for the run for sure. But at least
and it'll
versus
be
a
the first
qualifying
time.
lap.
Yeah, and it'll be one of those things where we have a unique problem every week. Daytona is Daytona, no issues there with anything. But Auto Club was fuel. Phoenix was,
Track
I'm gonna say
position.
fuel, but also track position. And then this week's gonna be tires. Tires bad.
And we thought tires would be a problem last week at Phoenix, but they just didn't pan out that way. At
And they
least
may
more
not
than they
this
were.
week. Yeah, and it may not this week, but single car testing surely is showing that it's going to be.
Yeah. With that in mind, race picks.
Um, I'll let y'all go first. Don't pick me. I start in the back. There's too much that can happen in Atlanta.
Well, I'll pick Ed because I think he's going to be really good at this track, and hopefully that'll force him to make his way back to the track for us.
Yeah, I think might play into Jared's hands again. We saw him manage tires at Auto Club. I kind of wanted to lean Devin or something like that, but I mean, we watched him abuse the tires and miss out on Auto Club because of that. I feel like Ed's gonna be more or less the same based on like Charlotte and the Holiday Dash. He's very fast, but kind of fell off. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Brody doesn't get involved in anything and he gets a win.
I can see that.
Interesting. Okay, so that's those two off the. Let me see the point standings again.
Making life difficult.
Oh, it's all. You have to flip through everything. I thought you just had high keys for them. Okay. A guy that was fast at Auto Club. Tires didn't work out in his favor though. Give me Steven.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick. I do feel like he falls into the same boat as like a Devin, because the same thing as Charlotte. He was very fast early, and I know you didn't, unless you went back and watched it off of my YouTube. You didn't run that one. He was very fast and destroyed his tires, but maybe he learned, and maybe he'll be locked and loaded for Atlanta.
Mhm.
My secondary pick is Griffin if he can not have a bad week for once.
If Cam doesn't decide to wipe him out.
Hey man, don't put your car where it doesn't belong.
Inside on the racing surface, yeah. What a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say real quick, R.I.P. the Roval. That was devastating this week for me personally. I know it wasn't a fan favorite, but I enjoyed it. So Jim and I were gonna go back in October, and they pulled the rug on us. So we're bummed about
Yeah.
that.
They're still going
We'll
back.
get Swan.
Gonna be.
Yeah,
What's that,
we'll
Dakota?
get Swan song here in
They're
the
still going back.
PRL.
It's just the oval.
Yeah, I know, but like, we were gonna go for the Roval
Yeah.
again.
Y'all get to experience one more time because we're not going to make any freaking schedule changes just because of what NASCAR does. So it's still here.
Yeah,
Nah.
live vicariously through iRacing, I guess. But with that, I don't
Hey,
know if
tell
you
you
guys
what for that.
go ahead.
I'll tell you what for that race, James. You can just put your camera in the stands. You can watch that race. You don't even have to race in it. Just watch it. You can just feel like you're at the race.
No, I think I got a race in it. They're taking it away from
You
me.
sure?
Yeah, I think I got it. But that was my 2 cents, my little add-on at the end here. I don't know if you guys have anything.
No, I hated to see it go just because it was different in the playoffs, but I think it lost its luster a little bit, so I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, and I guess if like they had, and when they announced the schedule, if they're like it's gone, then that would have been fine. But like I was like, all right, this is probably the last year. We'll go back, and then Monday they decided, nah, we're not doing it at all. So bold of you to assume
Yeah.
Cam will be in front of me, Miguel.
I was thinking about Griffin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just saw the. Oh, now I see stars. Oh, why is it? I don't know why my chat's blurring LMAO, but whatever. Cameron, anything? I know I kind of monopolized the send off here.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't have anything. I'm excited to get to Atlanta, get rack racing. Excited for racing those GT3 cars, getting something new in the server. Um, I'll have those announcements up soon if you know anybody, and I'll have I'll make a page for it just like I have all like for the PRL and just like I did for the Dirt Series. Um, but yeah, you know anybody that needs to race in it, if you want to race in it, hit me up. I know some people I left in it that I knew would want to. If you're not in that server or league, let me know. I'll get you in there. Other than that, we had some good races last couple weeks. Looking forward to continuing at Atlanta. Um, maybe get some green flag racing, maybe not. We'll see.
Imagine we have a little bit
Time will
more
tell.
yellow.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, I
It's
think
gonna be.
everybody's going to be slower.
Piggybacking off of the GT3 stuff again, if you have a wife or girlfriend who would you think be interested in a one-off for fun, um, let us know. We're trying to get an idea if it's feasible or if there's enough interest for it. So
If you got a mom too,
moms
or a
too,
dad
yeah.
that knows nothing about racing, I don't know. This 5-year-old little brother, I don't know.
So
Probably not go that far. Probably
yeah,
wouldn't go that far.
yeah. But that's all I've got. If anyone else has anything,
I think we're good.
Chris Ellis, wife is in. Nice. Okay. Well, thanks for sticking with us for 2.5 some hours tonight as we double episoded this. um, try and be better and have it every week again. Not sit here for almost 3 hours and do this, but always have fun with you boys. Dakota was glad to have you back so we could talk about your win. Whoa.
The traditions.
Yeah. Lucky me, lead 107 laps, still lose to Dakota. So happy.
Who knows? Maybe next week you're talking about me just getting killed on lap 3 and I was a non-factor.
God willing.
Let's hope. We can hope. We can hope.
All that does
Oh,
though is
man, can,
get rid of his EOL and then he's back to winning the next week. Anyway,
Yeah. I need him to like finish like top 5, but that's about it. I need him to keep getting that EOL.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I have for this. I guess. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Um,
keeping
like I
it
said, I'll have
PG in the
everything up.
chat. Thanks for keeping it PG in
Yeah.
the chat. Yeah, for sure.
Your chat is keeping it PG on
Yeah.
chat. As much as it can. Brandon's been getting around it. He's been finding some ways.
Well, all right, boys. It's been fun. Thanks for joining, everybody. And we'll see you Sunday for Atlanta and Wednesday for another episode of PRL Week in Review.
Peace.
See you guys.